This. Look at this. What is this? This is a little tiny engine?
This is an external combustion engine. It's we call it a flame licker.
Flame licker.
Now, this engine was designed
In the 1800s.
and they use this to run all sorts of implements on the farm and in the house, probably, and machinery.
Wow.
It was fairly short-lived because it doesn't have a lot of torque, but it's kind of like a Stirling engine. It's actually a vacuum engine. The
Sure.
piston's being sucked forward instead of blown forward with an explosion.
Well,
So
the reason why we have this
They did
setup
powered
is we
cars.
want to say good morning to, is it
Craig.
Craig with the Miniature Engineering Craftsmanship Museum up in Carlsbad. And, of course, Dave Stahl is here to
Right.
talk about this awesome museum. I have yet to go. I think this is fantastic. If you have kids, you've got to go check it out.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the history of the museum.
Well, Joe Martin is the founder. It's the Joe Martin Foundation for Exceptional Craftsmanship that sponsors the museum. Joe is the owner of Shoreline Tools up in Vista, California. For the last 42 years, we've made miniature lathes and mills. I have an example here.
Right here.
This is one of the most basic lathe, the smallest lathe, the simplest manual lathe. We go on up through CNC, and we have milling machines, rotary tables, every accessory for a miniature machine tool. But these are used by watchmakers and jewelers and model makers, and that's why our interest in small objects is because that's the kind of tools we make.
Wow, 16,000 square feet.
Oh, yeah. And when
This
Joe
is
passed
pretty
away,
big.
he said we need to have this museum open. It needs to be free to the public. And this is just a small, like this little engine right here, this is all made from scratch. And at what, 10, 12, and 2, you start up all the engines in the museum?
Right.
For example, we tried to get this old girl started up, and she didn't want to
A
cooperate.
little cold this morning.
A little cold this
This
morning.
is really
but everything
neat.
you see, and this one is a 327 Chevy replica.
These miniature engines, I love it. Listen, so open Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sundays, Mondays, and holidays.
Right.
But if you are looking for something to do with the kids, I mean, this is a great place to go check out.
Well, they
And
also,
it's
yeah,
free.
yeah, it's totally free.
is free.
If you kids get your teacher to put together a class, they'll be more than happy. They do tours.
like a field trip.
And it's and like I said, you have, when I was up there, you had a whole display of miniature firearms come through. We're talking a 9mm this
Tiny.
big that fired. I mean, it's the most amazing thing. And you guys are so patient. I was talking to one of the guys building a rotary. He said it was only going to take
Oh
3
my
years.
gosh. Thank
No
you so
time at
much
all.
for coming by. Information on our website, KUSI.com.